Hey, what's up, my people? Welcome to another episode of Direct Edition. Just gonna go over my little comic book haul that I got from my local comic book store. But before I did, I wanted to actually show you this. I actually just went to GameStop and picked this one up for just $10. Closer look at Sergeant Jen Ursa, however you pronounce her name. Rogue One was a pretty good movie. If you're a Star Wars fan, I would suggest that you go and see the movie. I'm not gonna tell you the ending though, but the ending was horrible. Well, actually, it was very good because of Darth Vader. So, no spoilers. We'll give you another month to watch this movie. Okay, now for the first book I picked up is actual Aquaman with the Black Manta cover. I love me some Black Manta. I actually have his DC collectible. Maybe one day I'll go over my DC collectible so you guys can see it. Let me just let you know I have a wicked toy collection. So if you guys ever want to see it, just post a comment down in the comment section, and I'll actually show you my collection because my collection is it's not like as sick as some of you guys, but I still, I hold my own when it comes to action figure collection. But this Black Manta number one I picked up because I just liked the cover and I thought it was pretty cool. Here's the next two that I actually picked up. This is Sinestro and Black Hand. The Blackest Night was very good. I actually liked that arc. My friend Wendell, he bought the whole three series. It was like the Blackest Night, the Brightest Day, and something else. But I actually got into a character by the name of Deadman because of that series. But yeah, I picked these two up because they're very cool covers. Couldn't beat them, and this whole haul is going to be out of the dollar bin. Wonder Woman. I had to pick up this Frank Cho variant cover. Well, sketch cover. I'm not sure if it's a variant or not, but I actually picked this up. I saw it on the wall. This is the only one that I bought for cover price. And you can see why, because Frank Cho is a pretty good artist. What got me into Frank Cho was one of the guys I actually follow on YouTube. His name is Tom Ryan. I really actually do love Tom Ryan's channel. He's pretty cool. I remember he had this video where he talked about finding his collection that was lost over 22 years, and that's what got me into his channel. But yeah, this Wonder Woman, I really like the cover. Very nice, very nice. So I searched through the box and I saw some Batman Eternals. And the one that actually caught my eye was this Jay Lee cover with Roz, well, Raish. And then the next Batman Eternal is the one with Batman and Bane. And if you know me, you know I'm a huge Bane fan. But yeah, I really like Jay Lee's artwork. If you look at it like it's like almost like a painting, he's been doing like art since I was like super young. So I kind of grew up with his artwork. It's always been very, very weird. And one of my favorite runs with Jay Lee's artwork is Wolverine Goes to Hell. I almost said the death of Wolverine, but no, it's Wolverine Goes to Hell. The covers that was done during that period of time was Jay Lee. And here we go. I just wanted to show you some of Jay Lee's artwork. Very nice. The first one is Wolverine versus the X-Men. The second one is Wolverine Goes to Hell. And the other one is Wolverine's Revenge. Now it's supposed to go Wolverine Goes to Hell first, Wolverine versus the X-Men, then Wolverine's Revenge. And if you haven't read this, these story arcs are pretty good. These are my hardcovers. I am a hardcover snob. I would prefer that first. And if I can't get in hardcover, I would get a paperback. But I'm very, very particular about getting hardcovers because as we buy stuff on eBay, when it comes in all dented up sometimes. But with hardcovers, you necessarily don't have to worry about that. Yeah, you worry a little bit, but for the most part, your hardcovers are always going to be protected because they're hardcovers. I can't get the glare off of this, but you can see the nice artwork. That's Jay Lee. And here's the back covers. They're still in the same order. The first one is Wolverine versus the X-Men. Look at Magneto. The second one is Wolverine Goes to Hell. Yeah, that's Sabretooth, and you can see Lady Deathstrike. You can see, who else is that? Omega Red. And the last one is Wolverine's Revenge, and that's all Jay Lee's artwork. I just wanted to pull it out for you so you could see some of the reason why I'm such a big fan of his artwork, because it's so different from what you usually see. And the funny thing is, Jay Lee only does cover art. I've never kind of ever seen him do inside artwork. I think maybe back in the day I might have, but for the most part, he just does the covers. All right, let's get back to it. The next one I got was Avengers Disassemble number 500. This is the one that kicks off with the Avengers actually went through manipulation from, what's her name, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. This is when she started to descend into insanity. This is before the House of M. This is what basically kicked off the House of M. If you are into the storylines or whatever. And this is a very cool David Finch cover. David Finch is one of my favorite artists too. Like, he could do no wrong on any level as far as artistry. I really like David Finch a lot. Okay, we have the Mutant Messiah Hope, Generation Hope number 1. Picked this up because it's a number 1. Plus, I like Hope. She's a pretty cool character, raised by Cable. I'm waiting to see who her parents are. We keep forgetting that we don't know who her parents are. So it's going to be very interesting when Marvel finally does reveal who her parents are. So the next 3 books I picked up were Fathom. It's Fathom number 0. You got Fathom number 3 and Fathom number 5. These are Michael Turner covers. Everybody knows about Michael Turner. If you don't, let me give you a brief history. Michael Turner is a very, very good artist. I'm almost sure, I think it was cancer that took him early. But yeah, just such a sad situation. If you get a chance, look up on YouTube his little documentary. Because I actually met his friend who's on the documentary that went to art school with him. I met him at Dragon Con. I think it was 2015's Dragon Con. But yeah, definitely I'm going to start my Fathom run. I definitely want to get the earlier Fathoms, which is 3 and 5. This 0 is like more recent. But yeah, Michael Turner was such a good artist, and he was taken way too young. Next one I picked up is Marvel Knights Electro number 1. Such a good cover. Love the artwork. This is Astonishing X-Men Death. I didn't even know that they had Astonishing X-Men, let alone this storyline was in it. I do have the Wolverines and the X-Men where they actually reveal that Wolverine is death. I have the lead up to it to where Wolverine actually surpassed Sabretooth in a fight so he can get the adamantium back from Apocalypse. But I did not know that this book was out there. So when I saw it, it kind of like shocked me. So I definitely had to pick it up. Huge Wolverine fan. I think you already know that. Next book I picked up was X-Men number 64. I definitely had to get this. This is Cannonball on the front, and it's saying a cure to the legacy virus. The reason why I picked this one up is because, first of all, I'm an X-Men fan, so I'm trying to finish and get every X-Men comic book that I can get. I actually have the Jim Lee run, the number 1 through like 30. So I'm going to keep on picking up any X-Men that I get so I can have a complete run of X-Men, at least up to like 100 or maybe even 120. I'm going to just keep going as far as I can get. But the Legacy Virus is pretty cool because I actually have the cover where Colossus actually injects himself with the Legacy Virus and he dies for a couple years. So I thought this one was pretty cool to pick up. Okay, next one is X-Men Unlimited. Now, I do have a reason for the reason. A reason for the reason. A reason for the reason. I hate you, John Mayer. I actually like John Mayer. Anyway, I pick up every title for a reason or every book for a reason. And the reason why I picked this one up is because Selene is one of the X-Men villains that's not utilized a lot. But if you read this arc called Nick Crochet is one of the best X-Men stories I have read ever. And it starts off with Selene. And then we find out that Selene is actually older than Apocalypse. Because remember, for the longest, we were told that Apocalypse was the oldest mutant. Well, actually, it's Selene. And she doesn't get that much spotlight. So when I saw a chance to go ahead and pick up, a couple of her books that she actually is front, face, and center in, I dove at the opportunity. So this is X-Men Unlimited, um, with Emma Frost versus Selene. Very cool cover. By the way, this is X-Men Unlimited number 33. So we have Liberty Metals, the source book. I picked this up strictly because of Tom Ryan. So if you're out there listening to Tom Ryan, you got me. I actually picked this up because of you. For some reason, I think he's into Liberty Metals, so it kind of sparked my interest, and I said, "Hey, let me check out Liberty Metals." And I actually got the source book. I was glad that I picked this one up because on eBay at the time I picked it up, it was going from anywhere between $5 to $20. So all the other books that I've shown you, they have potential, but now we're getting into the main events, the books that actually, I actually went on eBay as I was in my local comic book store and I actually priced them. So this one was actually, pretty good price. So for $1, you can't beat it. If I ever wanted to flip it, I can flip it for some money. So there you go, Liberty Metals. My first Liberty Metals book. Next book I picked up is Infinity Gauntlet, number 5. And I strictly picked it up just for the cover because I'm actually looking for Invincible Iron Man number 9. I think that's the first appearance of, the girl Iron Man. So I'm definitely looking for that. But in the meantime, I saw this cover, and this cover has been in a couple of magazines and a couple of promotions. So I definitely wanted to pick it up and see, what it's about. And even if not, I just love the Afro Puffs. Reminds me of Good Times, that old TV show, or reminds me of that song that the girl that sings with Snoop Dogg. Her name is Lady of Rage. She sings a song called "I Rock Rough and Stuff with My Afro Puffs." So this is pretty cool. Super excited to have this cover. So before we get to the two main events, I wanted to show you what I'm reading right now. This is the Age of Ultron Companion. Actually, a very, very cool story. Age of Ultron, if you haven't read it yet, just know that my favorite hero in the whole wide world, Wolverine, in that story is quite a butthead. I mean, Wolverine, you're so hard headed. I don't want to give away spoilers of Age of Ultron, the comic book, but it's totally different from the movie. But yeah, this is what I'm reading. So let's take a look at the back. And here's a look at the back. Ultrons everywhere. There you go. You can read the little synopsis if you want to pause it right there. Yeah, this is what I'm actually reading right now. It's pretty cool. My friend actually has a whole arc, and his whole arc actually came with the full story plus the companion. So when he found out that he already had the companion in his whole arc, he just gave me this, and I was very appreciative, and very appreciative of the love being passed on to me. All right, so I'm stumbling around in the comic book shop, not necessarily happy, just there just to get my comic book feeling out for the week because I don't care if they cost 25 cents to $50. I just want to, get my hands on some comic books. But now I'm at the spot where my collection is getting, to the point where I want just key issues because it's getting out of hand, or I don't want it to get out of hand without me having a lot of valuable books. So I see this cover and I'm like, who is Anarchy? Then on top of that, I see the Joker, I see Two Face, I see Killer Croc, and I also see the old ventriloquist. And I'm like, hold up, this cover is fire. So I go to eBay and I look up this book. And this book is very funky as far as pricing. It can go from 5 to 20. And I saw a lot that were over 14 to 20. So I definitely picked up this one and I think it's a jewel. And you know what? I even say it's one of the ones that's going to go on my wall with my key issues. But I was very happy to get this cover. Just look at the Joker and Killer Croc and Two Face and the ventriloquist. This is very cool. And then on top of that, I see that it says final issue. I don't think it's the final issue, but it says final issue. And it says, "Your name is Anarchy. One of these guys is your father. Have a nice life." Sold, especially for $1. So yeah, this is one of my main events. And now let's get to the other main event. Don't ask me how Harley Quinn always makes it to my main events, but for some reason her books are like on fire. So I actually picked this up for cover price, $4.99. Didn't care. This is a throwback to the Superman versus Muhammad Ali cover, so I definitely have to pick it up. You can see the celebrities that's in the crowd. Batman is the only original one that's in the Superman versus Muhammad Ali cover. Man, this book is so beautiful. It's actually a different cover than most of the comic books that I've ran across. It actually has like that glossy kind of paperback cover, which is very cool. So yeah, this book is my holy grail, and I love it. Had to go back to the comic book shop and get it, because if you saw my last video, you know that I was vowing to go and pick this up, and I finally did. Now all I need is Darth Maul, the son of Dathomir. Master, finally we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and announce some of the winners for the contest. What I plan on doing is I want to reward every member of my subscriber list. So what I'm going to do almost every week or so, or maybe every other week, I'm going to go ahead and go through my subscriber list, and I'm just going to pull random names and send you guys out stuff. So pay close attention to the videos. It's not like I'm looking for views, but if I do, pull your name, I want you to get back with me as soon as possible so I can go ahead and send you out some stuff. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go through the list of the winners that won this week's winnings. But as I said, everybody's going to win something eventually, because I believe that, everybody deserves a chance to feel good. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to read off 4 names that actually won, or 4 channels that actually won, while you guys look at my fake Darth Maul from China. The first one is 210 Xander. I'm going to actually spell it out at the end of my video so you'll know that that's you, or how to spell it. But the first one is 210 Xander. The second one is Funk Off. The third is, it just happened to be my boy. I randomly picked his name, was Tom Ryan. And the last one is, it looks like it says Carla V. Rogol LZ. It's really crazy. It's like, it's spelled KARALVROGUELZ. So let me see. Looks like it says Kara LVR or LV Rogue LZ. My God, that's a crazy name. But anyway, those are the 4 winners. And you guys make sure you message me with your information so I can go ahead and mail this stuff out to you. I want to give a shout out to Blucker's Videos and Collectibles. Me and that guy have been friends for a while. His videos are very cool. What he does is he buys a lot of Blu-rays and steelbooks, and he does reviews. Very cool dude. Like I said, Blucker, I'm going to have your stuff in the mail within the month. I'm trying to get some more stuff for you. I don't want to reveal what it is. I want to give a shout out to Alex, the comic book hoarder. Your name actually came up on the next round. Another name that actually came up on the next round is Seeking Near Mint Comics. Doom, your name actually came up. So all 3 of you guys are going to be on the next round. And I just have to pick one more 4th person. It's like rolling dice. But like I said, eventually everybody on my channel will actually get some kind of free comic book or action figure, something in the mail. I just need you guys' information. So once again, I'd like to say thank you for tuning in to another episode of Direct Edition. The channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition. You guys be safe out there, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!